Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brandon again. It is early on Friday morning. It's literally just 6 a.m. The gym just opened a minute ago. I'm trying something out today, and by trying something out, I mean experimenting. And by experimenting, I mean either setting myself up for some good news or some terrible, terrible fails. So today is deadlift day, and it's gonna be pretty heavy. I think I have 3 sets of 3 at 550 pounds, with the last set being an as many rep as possible set. I'm not really sure. Being so early, I haven't really eaten anything. I just had 2 Pop-Tarts, which you did not see. Had my pre-workout also, so my stomach might be all kinds of messed up. But that being said, I got a lot of stuff going on today, and I have some stuff to do after work, so this is the only real time that I'd be able to get in the gym. So we're gonna see how it goes. And you guys know me, I used to train in the morning all the time. However, since I started working with Dan, it's been a little bit of an issue doing so, just because his workouts typically last a little bit longer than I'm used to. Not to mention, by the time I get done with them, go home, shower, eat, and go to work, I don't necessarily have to be there by a certain time, but I like to be there pretty early, as evident by me liking to go to the gym pretty early in most cases. So I'd rather be places early, start doing my work as soon as I can, and that kind of just is a continuing thing throughout my personal life as well. So it's gonna be interesting to say the least, but I'm not trying to set myself up for failure because I know it's numbers I can hit. It's just a matter of executing. So let's go ahead and go inside and see if I can do it. All right, so first working set here, 550. Again, 4 reps of 3 for 3 sets, with the last set being an as many rep as possible set. And to be honest, this first set of 3 felt okay. Now the weight wasn't probably moving as fast as I would have liked it to be, but I'm trying to reset each time here to make sure that I get a full pull. And for this, it was going okay. Then things changed. And on the second set here, I set up, I gave myself sufficient time to rest, and the first pull just wasn't happening. Now, looking at it on video, it actually looked like it was going okay. I probably just need to push my hips through and push through it, and I probably could have gotten it, but it just wasn't feeling good. So, to be honest, I just stretched out my back and said I'm not even going to mess with it.
All right, so just got back from the gym. It was a rough day, as you guys probably saw. The first set went all right, and then after that, it just kind of went downhill, but I'm not going to beat myself up about it. One of the things that I'm trying to really do is get my mental state right, and part of that is just accepting that you're not going to have a great day every day. I'm not too worried about it because the last week I was on point with my reps. I got 535 for 6, which projects me out at about 627 or so max for deadlifts, which is right where I kind of want to be, considering I've dropped probably about 7 pounds since then, because I'm max 630. So today, first set went all right, other sets didn't. It is what it is, we're gonna move on. Now it was an interesting thing because I was driving home and I came to a stoplight, and there was this guy just literally parked kind of in the middle of the intersection, an older guy. And he's sitting there outside of his car looking at it, and I don't know what the hell's going on. But I pull up beside him and I'm asking him, you know, do you need any help? Is everything all right? And he was an older gentleman, and he was really skittish. It was really weird talking to him. I don't know if he was going through something or what, but it seemed like he was a little bit off kilter. You just get that vibe from people sometimes. But he said he was broken down, he needed help, he didn't have a phone, he asked if he could use mine. I said, yeah, sure, you know what, let me pull over to the side of the road and you come use my phone. So he came over and used my phone, and he's like, I gotta call my buddy, he's gonna come help me out. So I said, all right. The guy didn't know how to use a phone really. He said he wasn't that good at it. Again, being an older gentleman, I can understand. So what I did is I called his friend for him, put it on the speakers through my car, and just let him kind of talk to him through the window. It's probably safe in my opinion, but he called his buddy, and I was the one who answered first. The guy said hello, and I was like, hey, you know, my name's Brandon, I have your friend Peter here, he wants to talk to you. And the guy who answered the phone was like, F you, don't call me anymore, and he hung up. So it was really weird, because then the guy was like, well, he probably just didn't know it was me. Let me call him back and let me leave a message. So I called him back and I let him leave a message, and the guy left like a 10-minute message just rambling on. So definitely was off kilter. Something was not right with this guy. I felt bad for him though, because he was stuck in the middle of the intersection. Didn't seem like he had any clue what was going on. He told me he called AAA and they just hadn't come yet, which is interesting only because, again, he didn't have a cell phone. But I left him there. I said, you need anything else? And he didn't seem to know what the hell he was going to do. So I was like, all right, you know, good luck. By the way, you might want to turn on your hazard since you're basically in the middle of the road. He said he would, and I'm coming home, and now it's time to eat. So there's other problems in the world besides not hitting all your deadlifts. But I want to show you guys what I was having really quick, just because you're obviously not going to get a lot of footage from the gym session today. But here's my breakfast. The first thing I have here is actually about, I'd say probably a cup and a half of chocolate milk. And one of the things I put in it here is this Gold Standard Whey, and this is the coffee flavor. So I just picked this up recently. You guys should probably know I'm not really big on protein as is. I try to get most of it through food just because I like eating. And in the past, I haven't really had a problem. But as of late, I've had some issues hitting my protein numbers. So I figured I'd pick this up and I might as well just get it in the morning rather than having to really scrape together something at night. And then the breakfast. This is something you guys have seen plenty of times, just like a breakfast burrito. There's 2 whole eggs in there, about 3 ounces of ham, some spinach, and some hot sauce. And then I also have this berry mix, which is just blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, and strawberries that I bought this last weekend, so I need to eat it up. Fruit's freaking expensive, but this is really good. So that's my breakfast. I'm gonna eat this, get ready for work, and then we'll talk to you guys later.
All right, so it's Saturday the next day, and today is chest day, and it's early in the morning, and my stomach is toe up from the flow up, and it's kind of been giving me some issues the last couple of days. It honestly feels like I've been drinking nothing but Super Pump Max for the past 4 days straight, and if you ever had Super Pump Max, then you can kind of relate to that feeling. However, after yesterday's events and not really being able to get where I wanted to be, I think today's gonna be a good day because it's interesting that my bench has been something that's actually been getting quite good, whereas everything else seems to be hitting the shitter, which is in line with this conversation we're having so far today, so that's fine. But not worried about today. Gonna go in, gonna hit some numbers, gonna be a good day. Saturday, like I said, it's really nice out already. It's already like 75 degrees here in Rhode Island, so probably go to the beach later with the fiance. Not sure if you'll see that just because I'm a little bit out of shape. That powerlifting lifestyle, you know what I'm talking about. So let's see you inside. All right, so is it just me, or anytime you think you're gonna have a really good workout, it usually doesn't work out that way? Just me? Okay. Well, the first set here is supposed to be for 5 reps, only got 4. I might have been able to grind out a 5th one. However, I didn't have a spotter, and I wasn't using one of the racks with the safety arms, so I didn't want to press my luck. However, on the second set here, I did grab a spotter, and I got 5 reps, and I thought these reps went a lot better than the first set. However, this was all from the main competition style pause work I did today. Now, typically, again, Dan gives me the options to do a range of sets. Today it said between 2 to 4 sets. I stopped at 2 just because I was feeling pretty tight in my chest and the first set didn't go how I wanted to. So we stopped it at 2 sets of 300 for 4 reps and 5 reps. But despite that, my bench still is feeling pretty good. From there, we moved on to 5 sets of speed work at 265 for 5 reps each, just showing you the first set of 5 here. But these went really well, moved fairly fast, and I don't use my wrist wraps on these, just try to use them on my heavy sets. I don't give myself much rest between these working sets, only because the weight's not heavy, but everything went well. From there, we moved on to 3 sets of 6 of paused bench press at 225, and again, these went really well too. I did, however, decline to do the rest of the work for the day, which would have been incline dumbbell bench press and everybody's favorite incline chest-supported dumbbell rows, just because, again, I've been feeling a little bit run down lately, and I'll try to do a follow-up video on this probably tomorrow or Monday. But that's all you got. That was the workout. So some things to take away from it, and again, I'll talk about those later. In the meantime, as always, thanks for watching, and stay big. And I'm sorry about the video that you might have seen before this. It really was a shitty video, literally speaking.